Hi everyone, this is your class teacher. Welcome back to our series where I'll be explaining you each chapter of our new portion. So today's chapter is solar system. I'm sure you all will be equally excited to learn about solar system. Have you ever observed the sky during the night time? There are plenty of stars. Have you ever used telescope? The small objects that sparkle in the sky, they are called stars, and the objects that do not sparkle are called planets. Have you observed using a telescope, students? That is one experience you should always take once in your life. Our solar system is made up of total 8 planets, including the Earth, satellites, asteroids, dwarf planets, comets, and the Sun. Now we are going to understand each of these things, these components, one at a time. First, you need to understand that planets do not have their own light. Stars are self-luminous. The sun is a star, while our Earth is a planet. The moon, which revolves around the Earth, is a satellite of the Earth. So let us understand each of these things. There are total 8 planets which I mentioned in the solar system. Their sequence is based on the distance from the sun as it follows. So these planets are actually as per the sequence, means as per the distance from the sun it follows. Let's understand the first planet, that is Mercury. Now you all must have heard about Mercury because it is the closest planet to the sun, and the axis is inclined by 2 degree, and the distance from the sun is 0.387 AU. That is about 44 million kilometers. The Mercury is the closest planet. It is very small. It has a very rocky surface and no moons. One day on Mercury is equal to 59 Earth days. So you see the difference, but it is the closest planet on the Earth. Students, also one thing about Mercury, that it is very highly toxic to humans because it is harmful. It can damage the brain, lungs. You all must have heard about mercury when we use thermometer to test your fever. What is the temperature of your fever? That time we come to know that there's mercury inside the thermometer which raises your like if your temperature is high, it raises up. If the temperature is low, it rises down. So similarly, mercury is very harmful for us. Next up, Venus. Now, Venus is a second planet and it is very hottest planet. It is covered with a lot of thick clouds of gas. Even that doesn't have any moon, and its axis is inclined by 177 degree. So the distance from the sun is 0.723 AU, that is about 104 million kilometers. The third planet is the Earth, that is our planet. And the Earth is a third planet, but it is the only planet known to have life. It has one natural satellite called Moon. It takes 365 days to complete one orbit around the Sun. The next is the fourth planet from the Sun, that is Mars. It is also called as red planet, and its axis is inclined by approximately 25%. You all must have heard about the probe which was sent to Mars. Are you all aware about the movie Mission Mangal? So in that movie, they had sent one probe, a craft to Mars. You all saw in that movie how it was not successful earlier, and later it was launched in 2013 under MOM, that is Mars Orbiter Mission. And then India was the first country in the world to successfully enter the Martian orbit on its very first attempt. And then you all must have seen Chandrayaan. Chandrayaan launch was for the moon. So remember, Mission Mangal was for Mars. And it has a very rocky and dusty surface. Next is Jupiter. Jupiter is the fifth and largest planet in solar system. Its axis is inclined by 3 degrees. The distance from the Sun is 5.203 AU. It is a gas giant and has many storms, and it's the very largest planet in our solar system. Next is Saturn. Saturn is the sixth planet in the solar system. The axis is inclined by 36 degrees. It has rings around it. It is a gas giant and has beautiful rings. It has more than 80 moons, and the rings are made of ice particles and rocks. Uranus. Uranus is the seventh planet in the solar system. Its axis is inclined by 98 degrees. The distance from the Sun is 19.182 AU, and it is an ice giant. It rotates on its side. It has 27 known moons. Neptune, it is the eighth planet in solar system and the farthest planet from the Sun. Its axis is inclined by 29 degrees and the distance from the Sun is 30.058 AU. It is an ice giant. It has strong winds and huge storms. It has 14 known moons. Next up, we are going to learn about satellites. Now, there are some planetary bodies that revolve around different planets, and these are called as satellites. For example, the moon that revolves around the earth, that is a natural satellite. Then we're going to learn about asteroids. Now, asteroids are a belt of numerous small celestial bodies between the planet Mars and Jupiter. If you see, there are these small asteroids, and that belt is called asteroids. Sometimes people say, "Na, asteroid was about to hit Earth, it passed away." These asteroids orbit the Sun together. Dwarf planets. There are some small objects that orbit the Sun independently but do not revolve around any planet. They are called dwarf planets. They are small in size. For example, Pluto was a part of solar system earlier, was a part of planets earlier, but now it is called a dwarf planet. Comets. Comets are the celestial object, means these are comets are made up of ice, dust and rock that orbit the Sun, and they are called as comets. Comets are at great distance from the Sun and appear in the sky after a long period of time. For example, Halley's comet appears after every 76 years. The Earth is spherical at a given point of time. Only half of the Earth receives sunlight and other half is dark. Now you all must have heard this about day and night. Now if you see this picture, students, this part of the earth, the part which is receiving sunlight, has day. The other part which doesn't receive sunlight has night. So earth rotates on its axis, which causes day and night. The time from sunrise to sunset when we get sunlight is called a day. The time after sunset when it is dark is called a night. Now Earth completes one entire spin around herself in a day, which is called rotation. And Earth's movement around the Sun while spinning on its own axis is called revolution. It takes about 365 days for the Earth to complete one revolution around the Sun, which is called a year. The speed of the Earth's revolution around the Sun is the annual motion. Now students, in this particular thing, they have told that Earth completes one spin when Earth is, if you see the top or a ball, if you spin it round, when the Earth completes one spin around herself in a day is called rotation. The Earth's movement around the Sun, when it is going around the Sun, round and round around the Sun, while spinning on its own, means it is spinning on its own. On its own also it is turning around and it is going around the sun also. That is called revolution. So it takes 365 days, that is 1 year, to complete one revolution around the sun. And when it completes one full circle around the sun, that is a year. Now we learn about phases of moon. Now phases of moon, the shape of the illuminated part of the moon changes every day. Means moon is not in a circular shape or in a circle every day. Every day you will see different phase, different shape of the moon. The moon is a satellite of the earth, means it is giving us some amount of light. Okay, and the moon has its own light. The moon rotates, the side facing the sun illuminates. Means if you think, sun doesn't go anywhere during the night, it is there only, but our earth is changing its position. So the side of this moon which is facing towards the sun, it is getting covered up. Let's see this using a picture in the next slide. See, the moon takes approximately same amount of time to rotate around itself and revolve around itself. That's why only some part of moon is visible to us. Since the moon orbits the earth, the position of the moon as seen from the earth is always changing. We see the shape of illuminated parts of moon changing every day. Those shapes are called as lunar phases. See, these are the phases of moon as you can see in this picture. The new moon, completely black. Waxing moon, new moon means we cannot see moon at all, okay? Waxing crescent means only some part of the moon. First quarter means half. Waxing gibbous means more part of the moon. Full moon is the day when we can see entirely full moon. Okay, then last quarter towards the left hand side half we can see again waning crescent. So these are different phases of moon. And if you see the new moon to full moon, the moon is seen increasing. This is called Shukla Paksha. It's a period of waxing moon. And the full moon to new moon, its moon is seen decreasing, less it becomes. That's called as Krishna Paksha. Notes: write the correct word in the blank. The object that sparkles in the sky are called stars. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun in the solar system. The Earth completes one spin around itself in a 1 day, which is called diurnal moon motion. Daily changing shapes of the moon is called phase of moon. Answer in one sentence. Which is a satellite of Earth? The moon is a satellite of the Earth. What are comets? Comets are celestial objects made of ice, dust, and gases that revolve around the sun. What are phases of the moon? The changing shapes of the illuminated part of the moon are called phases of the moon. What is the difference between planets and stars? See, planets do not have their own light, stars have their own light and heat. Planets revolve around the sun, stars remain fixed in their position. Planets shine by reflecting sunlight, stars twinkle in the sky. Write the names of any two inner planets in the solar system. So inner planets are Mercury and Venus, and other inner planets are Earth and Mars. So there are four inner planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Write why the phases of moon change every day. The moon revolves around the earth. As it moves around the earth, the position of the illuminated part of the moon is visible from the earth changes every day. Therefore, the phases of moon change daily. What color does the sky take at the sunset? Make an observation and write about it. So at the sunset, the sky appears in beautiful shades of orange, red, pink and yellow. As the sun goes down, the sky gradually becomes darker. Think about how day and night occur on Earth and write about it. Day and night occur because the Earth rotates on its own axis. The part of the Earth facing the sun experiences day, while the part of the Earth away from the sun experiences night. The Earth completes one rotation in about 24 hours. Observe the phase of the moon for a month and write about it. So for a month, the shape of the moon changes daily. It starts with new moon as I had shown in the picture, then illuminated part gradually increases until the full moon. After full moon, again illuminated part gradually decreases and finally returns to new moon. The complete cycle takes about 29 days. Now they have asked to make a song, so I've made a slogan as well as song. These questions are there in your EVS textbook. If you open to page number 30, you'll find these questions. I hope students you've understood this chapter. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also subscribe for more such videos. Share these videos with your students or your colleagues. Thanks for watching.